Shalom Aleichem once again, everyone. Welcome back. I hope everyone is enjoying their time off from work, their holiday weekend. And it is Erev Shabbos. It is Friday afternoon, Erev Shabbos, Parshas Vayechi. This week's Parsha is Parshas Vayechi. And I'd like to share with you a brief idea from this week's Parsha. So in this Parsha, Yaakov Avinu, Jacob, passes away. But before he does so, he gathers together his sons, he gathers together the Shvatim, and he wants to impart to each and every one of them their unique path, his unique bracha, his unique blessing to each and every one of them. But before he does so, he says the following. The pasuk says, Vayikra Yaakov el banav, Yaakov called to his sons. Vayomer, and he said, Hey asvu v'yagid lechem, gather round, and I will tell you, Eis asher yikra eschem ba'achris hayamim. That which will come to you, that which will happen to you in the end of days. Our sages say, what does that mean? Bikesh Yaakov legalos esaketz. Yaakov wanted to reveal the end of days. He wanted to tell his children all about the onset of the period of Mashiach. V'nistalka mimenu shechina. But the divine presence left Yaakov Avinu. He was unable to do so. Asks the Zohar, if Yaakov was unable to do so, so why does the Torah mention it at all? Why does the Torah mention his failed attempt to tell us about Achris Hayamim, about the end of days? So the Zohar says it's not true. Yaakov did share something with us. But what he shared with us was Gali Visasam. It was revealed while at the same time being hidden. Yes, he didn't tell us exactly the end of days. He did not make that clear. He did not tell us when it's going to be. But what he did tell us was how to get there. How did he do so? So listen to the words, listen to the beautiful words of the Nesiv Shalom. He quotes Reb Shmuel of Kaminka, and Reb Shmuel of Kaminka says, the way you read this verse, Hey asu v'agida lechem, is that the word agida, which we translated earlier as I will tell you, actually comes and stems from the root of eged. Eged means a bond. Hey asvu, gather round, v'agida lechem, and I will bond you. And if you do that, if you gather together and you become one, that will bring Achris Hayamim. That will bring the end of days. No, he didn't tell us when the Kates would be. He did not tell us when the end would be, but he told us how to get there. Jewish unity is the secret that Yaakov Avinu wanted to share with his children. If you gather together, you will bring the Geula. And as we know, the opposite is also true, unfortunately. It was Sinas Chinam, it was the exact opposite of Jewish unity that brought about the exile. You know, it's very interesting. Earlier in the Parsha, Yaakov Avinu looks at the children of Yosef. He looks at Ephraim and Menashe, and he says the famous statement, the famous blessing that, in fact, we impart to our children, many impart to their children each and every Friday night, Yisimcha Elokim ke Ephraim u'che Menashe, that Hashem should make you like Ephraim and Menashe. Why, of all of the wonderful forebearers of the Jewish people, are Ephraim and Menashe singled out as the ones that our children should be like, Ephraim and Menashe? So the commentators explain something beautiful. They say, you know, if you look at world history, the reality is that relationships between siblings was always complicated. You know, going back to the very beginning, looking at Cain and Hevel, not a very good relationship. You look at Yishmael and Yitzchak, Esav and Yaakov, Yosef and his brothers, right? They were all failed relationships among brothers. But comes along Ephraim and Menashe, and notwithstanding the fact that Yaakov goes ahead and puts the younger sibling, Ephraim, before Menashe and gives him precedence, Menashe says nothing. Menashe is okay with it. There's a brotherly love that is bigger than the self-interest of Menashe. Menashe looked at his brother and he said, if that's what's good for the Jewish people, then he should go first. If that's what's good for the Jewish people, it's not about me. In fact, that is ultimately the secret of Jewish unity. It's not about me, it's about the we. Yaakov Avinu gathers together his children and he says, you want to know how to bring the Geula? I can't tell you when it's going to be, but what I can tell you is how to get there. Yisimcha Elokim ke Ephraim u'che Menashe. If we, ladies and gentlemen, act like Ephraim and Menashe, if we have brotherly love, where it's not about the me, it's not about what's my interest, but it's what's best for the Jewish people, that will indeed bring the Geula. That is the secret that Yaakov Avinu shared with his children. Jewish unity will bring Mashiach. I wish you all a wonderful Shabbos. I wish you all a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you soon.